I've got another laptop here with me. This is an Asus. I have no idea what model it is. It's an Asus, that's what matters. Port number is LA7322P. Anyways, it's working. Laptop works 100% fine. So just plug the charger there, DC power supply, and then press the power button. Okay. Oh, it doesn't want to switch on. I'm plugging into that right port. JB button, I think that's the one. GDP one, I have no idea which one is power. Anyways, it's supposed to switch on this. Okay, so now it won't switch on. I'm quite sure it has to do with the power button because it was sitting nicely on the casing, then I removed it. Anyways, let me try to use a tweezer, see if it's gonna start. Alright, ribo. Okay, so it's not starting. I'm gonna let it reset because I did switch on. Yeah, it was broken like this. You can see the hinge is in terrible shape. Try to zoom out from this. Okay, cool. So you can see the hinge is in bad shape and basically the whole laptop. Okay, I've plugged in the power again. Press the power button, so I'm gonna put it in now. Okay. It just won't start. Okay, this is interesting. This was one. Anyways, the only issue with it was not charging, so I put 3 new batteries and it still wouldn't charge. So that's where the whole issue was. Lep? i3. Not now. This is Andina. The thing is, nemunhu ndakatambidza laptop yangu yake ichigadzirwa saka arifanira kuidzosa back. Munhu ndakatambidza laptop yangu i5 saka yake yapera akufanira kuuya chikoleta yake achisiya yangu. Alright, iripo sharp. Okay, so that, so as I was saying, this, as you can see, the light is on there, it's blinking. So I have no idea why it's not starting. But anyways, it was there. It starts and then it cuts down. Anyways, without the battery, it was working fine. So I'm quite sure there's something that has happened. But nonetheless, I've already noticed what's happening with it. There's a mosfet over here by the charger, by the battery. It's shorted. Is it this one or the other one? So you observe it nicely. We've got a coil here, and this coil is coming to the battery. So let me just. Okay, this coil, it's coming to the battery, as you can see, and then the other terminal is the ground. So this is the positive coming to this coil. So when I measure the voltage, it's 19 volts, straight 19 volts, which is 110% wrong. So let me just measure the voltage again. 19.56, the exact voltage which is coming from the DC power supply. It might be that the battery charges at, but I don't think so. There's no battery that charges at 19 volts, and the batteries are all rated at 10 volts, 10.8 volts, all of them. So that just made me have a question mark. So I measured the MOSFETs which are coming to the battery. So that would be this one. This is the high side MOSFET. This is the low side MOSFET, I think. Yeah, let me just check. Yeah, this is the low side MOSFET, and the high side MOSFET is on the other side. It's this one over here. So in checking the high side MOSFET, you can see there's a direct short. It's a dead short, 0.00. There's no resistance at all. Basically 19 volts is flowing through to the battery. That is what I am sure killed this laptop's battery or something like that. Whereas this side were okay, 0.505. That is okay. When it comes to this MOSFET, we've got an issue. So I'm just going to take it off from the motherboard and replace with another one and see if the laptop starts charging and hopefully switches on. With a MOSFET. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to take one which is by the battery. Yeah, this side. And that should be the high side and that should be the low side. So I'm going to take this one which is by the battery itself, by the battery connector there. There's two, the low side and the high side. So let me do just that. I know I'm supposed to apply flux, but yeah, you can do without. Shake it a little bit and work out. There we go. MOSFET is out. That is the replacement one. That one it's another Asus motherboard, so the chances of the MOSFETs being the same are very high, or the year difference between the two laptops is also high. So let me just take off this one with a third shot. I'm gonna have to check the MOSFET to see if it actually has a third shot or it's just been activated. You know, if you shot the what is the source and the drain and the gate, source and the gate, the laptop the MOSFET will let the voltage flow through. It will be open, so it's possible that it's been activated. Like the HP I was fixing in the morning, the MOSFET that I changed from it wasn't activated, it was just the wrong MOSFET. So when I shorted the gate and the source, it started showing as if it was shorted inside, but it was not. And as the MOSFET is off, let's check the continuity to see if it has a dead short inside, internal short. So yeah, as you can see, it actually doesn't have a short. Yeah, it doesn't have an internal short. So I'm quite sure this MOSFET had just been activated. Check again, and we still have a short this side. So at this point I'm quite sure the short is not coming from the MOSFET. The short has to be somewhere on the motherboard itself, because there's no point in putting a MOSFET if the source and the drain have the same value. There's literally no point. Just put a connection pad. Okay, there you go. So even without the MOSFET we do have a dead short, but the capacitors around are okay. Oh, I'm off, totally off. Alright, so I'm over here, so yeah, the capacitors are okay. There's no short on the capacitors, none of them is blown, but the source and the drain, there is a dead short, like 0.00, which doesn't make sense at all. Because with this other MOSFET over here, you've got the drain and the source having different values. As you can see, there's no continuity there, which is okay. So I have no idea what is happening. It's not supposed to be like this. Let's check the gate. Yeah, we don't have a short with the gate. The gate is just with the source and the drain. It's a dead shot. That makes things very difficult and weird. At this point, I would assume that this laptop has got a problem within the layers there. I'm just gonna remove the coils and isolate that source side. Okay, so with the coil off there, let me try to find the main power rail somewhere. I'm sure I've got a main power rail somewhere here. Okay, so this should be the main power rail. Yeah, so this is coming from the main power rail. So there is no coil that should be directly linked to a main power rail, unless it's a coil which is and the funny thing, this is on the, is it on the battery side? One would be convinced it's on the battery side. Anyways, let me check. It is. So the battery is directly linked to the main power rail, which is 110% true. Yeah, you can see here. Let me try to check with the charger itself. I'm not expecting to see any continuity because there's those two MOSFETs, the inrush limiters, which avoid the reverse flow of current back to the charger. Anyways, yeah, so there's no direct link to the charger itself, but there is a direct link to the main power rail. So if we look at it from over here, from right over here, so we've got power coming in, voltage coming in through this DC inject into those two coils, which I was saying they can be linked to the main power rail. But after that, we've got the first inrush limiter, the second one, and then we've got the main power rail. So checking there on the second inrush limiter, we've got continuity to the battery, which is wrong. There is no laptop manufacturer who does that. So there's the two inrush limiters are okay. So there's definitely something wrong here. There is definitely something wrong here with this whole setup. I'm gonna remove these two RAM slots, and then we can view what's up. And you can see what's actually happening with this laptop. Okay, so looking at it from over here, I can see the coil comes through. Yeah, so the battery itself, the battery has got its positive from here, from the terminals to this MOSFET right over here. So when it goes to this MOSFET, it goes to the output of the MOSFET. It actually goes via these two coils. These two coils, they come to over here. Then from this to the other side of the MOSFET, from here we go to this coil. So checking that MOSFET over there, we've got a dead shot continuity on it. So if I remove that MOSFET, I am sure we will not have a direct link to the battery. That is one thing that we need to make sure that it's off. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. I need to pass the laptop to its owner there.
Soldering around, you can sort of give out values when it comes to hot air.
Okay. Okay, cool. So let's check for continuity with the pattern. I've just been jungled up. Anyways, we're looking for continuity to the pattern. So here we go. We don't have continuity. We still do, which does not make sense. Because I have literally, oh yeah, it does make sense actually. It definitely does make sense. I was actually wrong about the path. So it actually goes from the battery to these two coils over here. And from these two coils it goes straight to this coil. So this should be coming from the charging circuit into the coil, into the battery. Then when the battery is working, when the laptop is working from the battery, it goes from the battery to the MOSFET that I just removed now, then to the main power rail. So yeah, let's check to see what's happening, why we've got a direct link to the main power rail. And that is 110% wrong. So I'm just going to check some capacitors to see if they've got a short. None does. So there's definitely something off here. There's a Zener diode over here, which is okay. And that Zener diode is okay. Those two small capacitors are okay. Okay, so exactly what is linking this battery to the main power? It definitely shouldn't be like that. Okay, what is this? There's something that I'm noticing here. Why do I have loose connection? Is it my multimeter or what? Okay, cool. It has nothing to do with that. So working from over there, I need to find out exactly why we've got a direct short between these two. Okay, the short is gone now. That short is gone. That direct link is gone now. But it still exists to the pattern. It's gone as well. Okay, that is weird. So perhaps it was that MOSFET. Check again. So this is okay for the connection to the... I'm just gonna put this prop on the battery there. There's actually a laptop terminal. Alright. That is wrong. Should not work like that. Anyways, that is to the battery that goes to the battery's charging system, which is okay. So checking it with the main power rail now, we do not have a direct link to the main power rail. So I'm going to need to check that MOSFET that I just took off, the one which is coming from the battery to the main power rail. If it was faulty, then voila, it is faulty. So the main issue was this guy, this MOSFET over here. There, you can see we've got a direct short, dead short. This is where our issue was, so we can start replacing those MOSFETs back. It's actually one, and then the third one as well. So I'm gonna put the MOSFET there, then I'll find a replacement for the system for the battery to system MOSFET. So this should be the high side MOSFET for the charging system. Okay. So for that short, I'll continue it. It's not really short, so it's not going to it is continued. Okay, so we don't have a direct link anymore. This one will go, it's not going to take it to charge because I have removed cord. So we can reconnect the coil now. Okay. So that coil reconnected. I'm supposed to have direct link to the battery, the MOSFETs. So the charging side of the MOSFET. This sucks, I can't keep working with the multimeter like this. Okay, cool. So we do have a link there to the battery, which is okay. It's now recharging. And we don't have a link to the main power anymore, which is fine. So if I plug the charger, it should probably switch on. It should, but if it doesn't have other issues, so I don't know if it does have other issues. But for now, let's replace that MOSFET and see if the battery is actually supposed to charge. But the MOSFET that I charge is for. And let me check the voltage, what we have now. Let me check the voltage that I have now by the battery. So I do have 19, I'm supposed to have 19 there. I do have 19, but not 7 on the main power. So I do have 19.57 on the main power, and then the battery got 0. Probably we need to plug the battery first. 0.65. Yeah, I'm quite sure we need to plug the battery first. Okay. So this sits like this. Yeah, and the laptop is charging actually. You can see now we have a solid orange light there, and looking at the power supply there, we've got 0.44. Yeah, this laptop is charging. It probably won't start because there is no link to from the battery to the system, so I'll need to replace that MOSFET first. But yeah, it is charging now, so you can see the current is increasing as the battery is being activated further. Just give me a minute to find a MOSFET to replace with, then we'll be okay. There's no preferred MOSFET over here. Usually on all the other ports like this. There we go. This is where they used to have MOSFET with a natural surface area, like which are not flat. Let me check for continuity on this MOSFET before I choose to use it. Yeah, okay. So we are okay on this MOSFET, not an issue at all. Yeah, we can use that MOSFET. So let me try to do as quick as I can. Replace that MOSFET. It's been almost 30 minutes now. This shouldn't have taken this long. So the current sensor resistor also is off. The current sensor battery is the one that is off. Okay, so pin number 1 is here. So if you check MOSFETs before, you already know that pin number 1 to 3 is actually one pin, and then pin number 4 is a separate pin, as well as pin number 5, 6, and 8. They are all one pin as well. Cool. So we've got that MOSFET replaced and the current sense resistor sitting properly. We should probably have a working laptop now. From 0.01. I have no idea why it won't start from the charger. Plug the battery, it should charge. Okay, we're back to the same issue again. There. So there's probably something that's blowing those MOSFETs up. Okay, just give me a minute. I'll need to do something, then I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. I'm back. I was having lunch. Anyways, I figured out the issue afterwards. Anyways, so the issue was the MOSFET that I replaced with. Yeah, if you know MOSFET, there's PNP and NPN. So yeah, I probably put the wrong one. So it basically was shorting the system when it's powered on. So the original MOSFET was dead. This one, the original one is dead. It's got a direct short, internal short between the source and drain. So check it out. If we do check out this MOSFET, we do have an internal short, as you can see. So this one is dead. It's got an internal short. But the one that I had replaced with is this one. This MOSFET is okay. It doesn't have an internal short or anything like that. But however, as much as it doesn't have an internal short, yeah, come on. Oh, I've just activated it probably. However, the way that I did, I'm sure I showed it the gate and the source, something like that. Yeah, whatever the case. Anyways, the MOSFET is not dead. It's okay, but it's in reverse. There's PNP and there's NPN, so it's the reason why it stopped working. It was basically shorting the system. So now, if I plug the battery in and I plug the charger, the system does charge. You can see orange light over there. Let me check the current being drawn. Wait for it. It's gonna start again. Okay, 0.18. It's gonna keep increasing until because the battery is still activating. These batteries have been laying around for a long time, and it's 0.71. The system is charging fine. And then as for switching on, it's not a case of saying the laptop wasn't switching on. This laptop has got an issue with the power button as well. So yeah, you can see the laptop is charging. For interest sake, let me just plug the display cable so that we hit all birds with one stone. Okay, I'll try to push it a bit to the back and plug the display cable. Okay, then I'll plug the battery here. And it is in. So you can see we have a charging battery there, and we have an orange light over there. But when I'm trying to power on the laptop, it doesn't start. So yeah, it's an issue with power button. So because when you tweezer, I probably failed to do it the first time. But this time, the rest is this terminal. It's 2 things. There we go. So we have a fan screen there and we have a camera. Let's look at this one. Oh, the chip of the RAM is more. So we put back the RAM. So you can see it remains on the terminal charge. Actually, it's charged. It's working. So let's plug the RAMs in. I believe it's set. There's one, there's two, and sticks on the side. So let's go. Lack of charge. So we start up the laptop again. Using our tweezers to last turn around. There we go. So it is on. And the tweez is charging as well, thanks to the orange light. So it will probably power cycle 3 times because there is no CMOS battery. Or if I'm unlucky, then there's a combination as well. There we go. Asus. This laptop is working with it. It is both working and charging. So the only thing I'm left to do now is the power button, which is small and minor issue, so I'm going to have that and not be able to do the power button. Yeah, that's it. So you can see the current has raised up to 2.3 amps. Yeah, so it's both on and charging and charging. So yeah, we're good. This laptop is good to go to the one. We can scale up this laptop and send it to the one. Yeah, just to recap, the issue was with the battery mosfet. The mosfet from the battery to the system. That's the one it was shorted. So it will be coming from the battery to the main power node. Basically, if it's shorted out, it makes the main power node come to the battery. So yeah, we actually took the wrong way around. Otherwise, it was just progress. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you in more.